What's up, everybody?
Enes talked about it a lot last night, but just and I really the whole time you've been here, just how blessed you were to be with this group of guys.
Man, it's been an amazing experience. Probably, you guys know my situation. I was probably one of the worst team in the league, and as this team, this organization, just the whole state probably not just made me a better basketball player, it made me a better person on and off the court. And probably, if I look at my career, I've been in the league for 8 years. Probably, signing here was the best thing ever happened to me in my career.
Will that play into your off-season decision at all?
Of course, man. If I look at this, the team, from the day one, they opened their arm, give me a warm welcome. From the first week in, I feel like I've been part of this team for like years. Because everybody in the locker room was so amazing. The coaching staff, the organization, the whole state was amazing to me. So it will definitely go and help.
But money obviously is also an equation or a factor in the equation. What do you value the most?
Of course, the most important thing for me, man, from in this, this from my this point of my season is, of course, is winning. I've been dying to just go into the playoffs. It was my problem with the Knicks. I was like, man, I want to just go out there and play and get a win. And but now, I got a taste of the playoffs and Western Conference Finals, so it was definitely an amazing experience for me. But I think winning is definitely number one priority.
Have you met with them, Neil or Terry or anything?
Not yet. I think I'm gonna meet with them after this.
What do you imagine, Neil? Is that more of a listening thing for you, or will you say something to them?
No, I'm just gonna go listen, see what they have to say. I'm just gonna definitely appreciate them a lot. For for trusting me, and in regular season and the playoffs. It's definitely been an amazing run for me. I'm just gonna go just tell them thank you and just listen to what they have to say.
They're up against the salary cap. Do you think they'll be able to find enough money that they'll be able to sign you?
That's the decision they will have to make. But I'm gonna just let my agent and the Neil take care of that. But it's not even a question how much I love this team, my teammates, this whole organization, man. It's definitely been an amazing to me. I'm not even just talking about just on the court stuff, off the court stuff too, man. It's been definitely a family to me.
Where will you spend the summer?
Well, I have around, just because I cannot travel outside of America. So I'm probably I will have around 30 camps in 30 different states. So I'm just gonna start with Saturday. It's my first camp is in Portland, a free camp, by the way, and I'm gonna post it on my Twitter. And whoever wants to bring his kid, they're welcome to. And then I go to Vegas for basketball camp. Then I go to Chicago. So I'm just gonna travel a lot this summer.
30 of them?
Yes, over 30.
Kids camps in?
Kids camp, yes.
Have you done this in the past?
Oh yeah, I did. Last year I did over 20. So this year I was like, you know what? I cannot leave the country. So I'm like, I just don't want to sit at home or just go to the beach and waste my time. I gotta do something. I gotta give back to community for sure. And of course, number one is Portland. So I'm holding my first camp in Portland this Saturday.
You could charge money for it, but you decided to do it for free.
No, man. The whole state, not just Portland, man. America gave me so much, So I think it's it's for their right to just come to my camp and free and enjoy it. And I'm just not gonna charge it just because I played in NBA. I think the most important thing, is most important than money is just inspiring kids, man. Because whenever I hold a camp, we don't just talk about basketball. We talk about the education and on and off the court stuff. So it's definitely a very important thing to me.
Did you go to any camps?
Hmm?
When you were younger, did you go to a camp at all?
Did I what?
Ever go to a camp?
I went to I went to Jordan Brand Classic when I was 16 years old, and as a Turkish a kid coming to America, it was definitely an awesome thing. I got to meet Michael Jordan. It was an amazing experience. Now I'm seeing all these kids just idolizing us, just coming our camp. If I could charge money, I could make lots of money. I'm doing a over 30 camp, but I think, like I said, is the most important thing, man. Just how can I, just when I'm done with my career, I want to look back and just say how many people that I inspired. I think the money comes second.
CJ says that you guys see each other or have in recent off seasons. You're in the
Yes,
same building or
a lot.
whatever, and so will you spend time there, and you imagine you guys will work out? Or?
We work out almost every summer. There is a gym. I don't know if you guys, the Sky Building is pretty famous. So just me and him just go there and just play a lot of pickup games. So it was one of the reasons that I wanted to come to Portland, because I play with the CJ in the same pickup games almost every summer, and I know how good of a teammate he was. So I'm like, it'll be a really good decision, because I already know CJ. I already know how to play with him. So I'm gonna work with him a lot this summer.
You seem like you've talked about using your platform to kind of talk about what's going on back home, and it seems like through these plays, you've kind of built some momentum in that kind of discussion. Do you have any plans kind of going forward to build on that?
Yes, I think so. So I'm thinking I'm gonna spend some of my time in Washington, D.C. this summer, and because whenever I go there, lots of the senators and congressmen just always want to meet, and we sit down and talk about all the the stuff's going on back in Turkey. And I remember when the Knicks was in London, I went to Washington, and I was just sitting down with all the senators and congressmen. I was telling them my story, and when I was talking, they stopped me. They was like, "Don't worry about it. We already know these stories," because there was a conversation that Turkey was trying to extradite me back to Turkey. So that's why I was sitting down with the senators and talk about all those issues. And then luckily, I met with Ron Wyden. Mr. Ron Wyden, he's been really helpful with this in this case, and he's been an unbelievable supporter. So I appreciate him a lot.
How much do you worry about the situation throughout the day?
It's tough, man. It's like the basketball is like my escape. As soon as I step on the court, I know it's all I care about is my teammates and basketball and winning. But as soon as I wake up in the morning, or as soon as I step off the court, the fight begins. It's like, because I feel like just God gave me a gift, and I'm trying to use this platform to be a voice of all those innocent people who don't have one. So as soon as I wake up, or as soon as I step off the court, I see everybody is talking about going out, having fun, or doing all this stuff. But I feel like I got bigger things to worry about it, because I think that life is too short.
Looking back at it now, how do you feel like you dealt with playing through the fast and upset?
Pretty good. I think, I didn't tell this to a lot of people, and I didn't know how people were going to react, but I fast once or twice a week during the season, and nobody really knows about it. And I didn't really tell it to anybody. So, I always do that to get my body ready for Ramadan. So it didn't really affect me a lot. And now, obviously, it was just been an unbelievable support that I see from all American fans. That the one thing that is just throughout this Ramadan that shows me that the Americans, the most thing I love about it is just, and it doesn't matter what your background is, what your skin color is. Tall, short, this and that, whatever. I think the most important thing is just leave your difference on the table and try and find what we have in common. And I think I got a lot of support from Muslim people, non-Muslim people, and it was just like, even like for my some of the staff in my team, like they didn't eat in front of me because they felt bad for me. So they were just turning their back and just eating food. I'm like, it's okay, man, I'm used to this. So it just shows that how much respectful the people are, not just my teammates, not just my the coaching staff, the whole organization, the whole state.
When you fasted during the season, would it be just a day, a couple days? How long would you?
So I fast like just once a day. Like during this season the days are shorter because it's winter. So I break my fast around like 5:30, just because of it's summertime, and just because of days are like now, especially we're in Portland, days are even longer, like almost 17 hours. But I think I'm used to this, you know. Now I have like another 15 days left, around 15 days left in Ramadan, and then I'll be fine.
One more question, and we're gonna wrap it up. Are there particular meals that you eat throughout the night that you like most?
So when I talked to Hakeem from the first day of Ramadan, you know, he gave me, he said, I asked him, like, what were you eating? He told me, oh, I was just eating oatmeal, dates, and water. I'm like, there's no way I can survive in this, you know? There's no way. I'm like, and then, I mean, I was just eating whatever I can find, you know? I was just eating pasta, burritos, just all kind of stuff, you know? But I think, you know, just because of, I did not want people to think that this is going to affect me, my mind was so sharp. And I think the game of basketball is definitely mental over physical. So I think I was so even paying attention to little details, and I was always trying to show the whole world that I can do it, because Hakeem has inspired me. And of course, I'm not comparing myself to Hakeem. He's in a different level. But I wanted to set an example for the young generation. You know, I just want them to, it doesn't matter what your status is or where you are, whatever, there is no excuse. You know, I think if you put your mind on it, that you can do it.
Okay.
Thank you guys. I appreciate everybody. It's been an amazing year.
Thank you.
See you guys. Hope to see you guys soon.